Well, nice weather as we head out and about to our weekend plans, weekend evening plans that is, if you consider Friday evening to be a weekend day. Of course, remember we had that Wednesday debate a couple of weeks ago. Live at Glenjean now, let's take a look at what's happening now. Traffic flowing smoothly and it's quite heavy as people head home between Oak Hill and Beckley as we go through the 5 o'clock hour. We're seeing as we go down to I-77, mile marker 12.5 down towards Princeton, and it's also fairly nice here as well. A few clouds popping up here and there. And an isolated shower is possible in the higher elevation locations, but the window is closing for those as we go through the rest of the evening. We're going to see a possibility then for some showers as we go through the rest of the evening into the early portion of our overnight before it begins to fade away. 88 degrees in Pineville now, partly cloudy skies. Relative humidity is 51%, which makes it feel like 92 out there. Barometers at 30.08 inches of mercury. The winds are out of the northeast at 6 miles per hour. Sunset time this evening is at about 20 minutes after 8. Around the state, 84 in Beckley, 86 in Lewisburg, 82 in Bluefield, 88 in Charleston, low 90s in Parkersburg and Huntington, upper 80s in Wheeling, Morgantown, Clarksburg, and also in Elkins at this hour. Doppler radar around the state, pretty much a clean sweep, save for an isolated shower too, which has popped up over the eastern panhandle down towards the Potomac River. Outside of that, you're really not seeing very much over the state as high pressure is in charge of our weather, so it's quite dry. Now, we had talked about the possibility again for some isolated pop-up showers, and the Futurecast does show these as we go into our Friday evening, into our early Saturday and Saturday afternoon. You see what happens, watch as we stop it here at about 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon. You see those isolated showers popping up. That's a possibility in the higher elevation locations as we see the mountains providing a bit of lift in the atmosphere, and so there's a possibility with the heating of the day to see these isolated showers pop up. That's why I was talking about the window closing, by the way, for isolated showers this evening, because we're losing the heating of the day as we see the sunset about 8 o'clock this evening. Same thing is true on Sunday, by the way, as well, but smaller chances for showers as we go through the next couple of days than we have seen over the previous several days. It's not due to a front, again, it's due to some possibilities for some dynamics in the atmosphere as you deal with the mountains. Weekend event forecast, Beckley Honey Festival is coming up this weekend, runs from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock tomorrow. Live hive demos, I just like saying that. Live hive demos, educational activities and honey tasting, that sounds pretty sweet. 68 degrees when we kick it off, mostly sunny skies. Aches and Pains forecast brought to you by ARH, calling for smiling faces at first, then we'll see frowning faces, or at least moderate faces, as we go through later days. We're going to see a front make its way through the region, or towards the region, so we're going to see the pressure drop just a bit, which will ramp up the aches and pains for some of the more sensitive people out there as we head out and about later on the extended forecast. 7-day forecast then, speaking of which, calls for the good chance for showers with that next front that's coming through. That's next Tuesday, Wednesday, 60%, 50%, 40% even as we go through our Tuesday evening. Temperatures do drop back because of the extra cloud cover, because of the influence of that cooler air. Upper 70s to lower 80s after sitting in the mid to upper 80s for the first 4 days of our forecast. That's your weather. More news comes up in just a couple of minutes.